Alright everybody, welcome to our first video tutorial of the year on how to complete some online tasks. I'm going to be showing you two things today. Both of these we're going to be using in class the rest of the year. The first task I'm going to show you is how to access our online textbook. After that, I will show you how to create your blog. For those of you that don't know, a blog is something that somebody creates online. Like here's Runner's World, a website that I go to, and there's a blog on there called Runner's World Daily. And this is the blog, which is an online posting that anybody can make, and they can type anything they want. They can say anything they want. And this one is about running. There's blogs about every topic you can think about. Please keep in mind that blogs can be read by anybody. Anything that's on the internet can be accessed by anyone. So anyone could find your blog. Your mom, other teachers in the building, administrators, law enforcement. Anybody can access your blog. So just like posting things on Facebook, posting things on blogs can be read by anyone. Please keep that in mind as we utilize this in class. So let's go ahead and get started, and very quickly I'm going to show you what you will need to do here in just a few minutes. To get started today, the first thing you want to do is bring up a web browser. Once your web browser loads, please go to the web address I provided to you on the small sheet of paper today in class. That web address is washamscience.edublogs.org. Whenever you go to washamscience.edublogs.org, you will see that I have a blog post about creating your own blog. Please make sure you read the directions. Please pay specific attention to the directions that are capitalized, reminding you that when you reach a confirmation screen, you need to show that to me before proceeding. This may take a few minutes as I might be helping somebody else. Please do not leave that screen. I need to see your confirmation. After that, it tells you that you can either type in the web address directly from the blue paper or simply click here. This is the easier option. Some people like to type it in. You can do that for both signing up for your blog and registering for the online textbook. So when you're ready to set up your blog, again, you can type in the address from the blue paper, or you can simply click here. When you do that, it'll bring you to the sign up screen for EduBlogs. It's a very simple process. It wants you to create a username and password. Email is optional. You don't even have to have an email address. If you do have an email address, please use it. If you have an email address on file, they will send you emails should you lose your username or password. That's how they communicate with you. Under the username, I would like for you to use the first initial of your first name and then your full last name. So using our student Dalton Smith, that's a D for Dalton and S-M-I-T-H for Smith. Email is optional. He does not have one. It's okay if you don't. Password. He's going to use the same password that he uses on all sites for class, a password that is very common for you to use so you won't forget it. I do not know your passwords, so please do not pick something odd or strange. He's going to use Knights, K-N-I-G-H-T-S. Please confirm your password, Knights, K-N-I-G-H-T-S. Right down here for your blog, it wants to know a blog domain. A blog domain is like what I typed in here, washamscience.edublogs.org. Your blog domain can be the exact same thing as your username, D. Smith, or you can type your full name, Dalton Smith. He's going to use D. Smith. And here you need a blog title. He's going to call his My Favorite Subject. You can call your blog title whatever you like. Just keep in mind that anybody can access it. Language is English, so is yours. Please leave English selected as the language. Blog type, you are a student. And it asks for some human verification. This is making sure that you are filling it out, not a random computer. What is the answer to 5 plus 2, which is 7? If you don't know the answer, don't feel bad, just ask. I agree with the terms of service. Start blogging. So sometimes you get a message like this that a username already exists or something like that. It's okay. Remember, anybody in the world can be signing up for a blog, so you just got to try different things that fit. So D. Smith is already taken. So let's try D. Smith, and he's going to use 2012 because that's the year. Just use your favorite number. Password is the same. Blog domain, we're going to go with D. Smith 2012. Blog title was my favorite subject. Speaks English, is a student. The last month of the year is December. I agree. Let's hope this one works. And there we go. This is the confirmation screen. Congratulations, your new blog, My Favorite Subject, has been created. Please do not move away from this screen until you show this to me. On your directions on the blue sheet of paper, it asks you to write down the blog URL. There it is. It asks you to write down your username, and it asks you to write down your password. You are still not done. Please make sure you show this confirmation screen to me before you do anything else. Once I have checked it, you do not need to do anything else. You can go ahead and click log into your new blog if you'd like and check it out, but your blog has been created. You need to make sure you get set up for the online textbook. To sign up for the online textbook, just simply go back to my blog. If the page is no longer there, remember it's washamscience.edublogs.org. Once you go back underneath creating your own blog, it says to register for the online textbook. Either type in the web address from the blue paper or click here. First time users, you will need to register, and that is everybody today. In the future, you can just go straight ahead and put your username and password in. But for today, we've got to register, and so if you look at the sheet of paper I gave you, it gives you a very big, long access code. And so I've got to type that in here. The access code I have, everybody's is different, but the one I have here is 6D8E43A, and you can see it popping up down there because I've already typed it in once to check it out. 217D979CD BD5C. So I type that whole code in, I hit next, and I've got to create a username. On your directions, I've instructed you to please use your first initial and then full last name. I'd like you to do that so everybody's is pretty much the same. It's also easier to remember. So the username, this student, his name is Dalton Smith. So our friend Dalton, he needs to put a D for Dalton and then Smith, S-M-I-T-H. And his password is going to be something that he always uses and remembers. He's going to use Nights. Please use whatever password you commonly use so that you don't forget it. And it asks for you to confirm your password. So K-N-I-G-H-T-S, Nights. It asks for a password hint, school mascot. And you do not have to enter a student ID. Go ahead and hit register. And it says, congratulations, registration complete. It asks you to now log in. So remember, he is D. Smith. And his password was Nights, K-N-I-G-H-T-S. And he can choose to log in. And boom, he's in. He's got access to all these different books, which you may recognize from last year's 7th grade, possibly 6th grade, and some that we'll use this year in 8th grade. There's nothing to do today. All I wanted you to do was get your username and password set up.